everybody, Nate Lee here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. I'm going to jump right in. Today I'm going to unbox, install, and review the Banjolit Dr. Arm Armrest. And you've seen me use these for 5 years or something like that. This is the new version for 2025 and I don't know what's different yet, so I'm about to find out. I know I'm going to love it. This is not a sponsored video and I don't get paid if you buy one of these armrests. But if you buy one and you love it and you think I should have gotten paid, you can find my Venmo down in the description. Feel free to send a tip. Now let's jump right in. I am going to put some timestamps down below in case you want to jump to certain parts of this unboxing, installation, or review. So let's get started. This is going on my Pava A5 and this used to have a Banjolit Dr. Arm armrest on it. And then I put it on a different Pava and then sold that Pava. And that armrest was just a perfect match for its color and stuff. So I sent the armrest along with it. And I haven't been playing this mandolin as much because it did not have an armrest on it. And I really don't like playing without an armrest. And I'll briefly tell you why. The reason I don't like playing without an armrest is that the edge of mandolins are sharp. And that bothers me, bothers my skin. I don't feel like I can move very well back and forth. It also is not as easy for me to move in this direction. When I play, I want to have a full range of motion from here to here. I don't hold my mandolin up this high. I've just got my camera up there. So I want to have this full range of motion. I want it to be really smooth. And I like the position it puts my arm in. It raises the arm up a little bit. So that's why I like them. Armrests aren't for everybody, but I really do recommend them. If you're on the fence, give it a try. I think it makes a huge difference. And this one in particular is my favorite that I've ever tried, and I've tried quite a few of them. All right, we're going to go ahead and open this up and see what it looks like. I really like their packaging. I'm a total sucker for good packaging, especially opening an Apple product or something like this. And this is really cool. So here's the box. And this one is the Maple Black Custom. Can't really see that. My camera would eventually focus. There we go. Maple Black Custom. And it has a note on the back that you should know if you have a brand new finish on your mandolin. So that is, with a new or refinished mandolin, there's a chance that the cork on the armrest and hardware will mark it before it's had enough time to dry. Okay, that's not what it says. Words are hard. Let me try this again. With a new or refinished mandolin, there is a chance that the cork on the armrest and hardware will mark the finish before it has had enough time to harden. This happened to me with a red diamond mandolin I bought many years ago. Brand new, my case put a print on it. There was nothing wrong with the finish. It was just brand new. So that'll happen. They then go on to say, we therefore recommend that you install the armrest only on mandolins with a completely hardened finish. If any doubt, please check with your luthier for the hardening time. So definitely check on that. But I'm going to add my own thing to this, which is that anything you put on a mandolin has a chance of doing something to the finish. That could be your strap. It could be the tailpiece you put on. Just all kinds of things are going to leave some kind of a mark. If I take this tailpiece off, there's going to be marks under it. Tone guard. That's probably going to leave some marks. I can't say with any of these that it's definitely every time always going to cause it, but every example I've had of instruments I've owned, the things I put on them leave some kind of mark. In this case, this is a really friendly cork that's on there based on my other one. We'll see what it looks like when I open this up. But I want you to keep in mind that anything you put on the instrument could leave a mark. I also want you to keep in mind that that probably should not matter to you. If you're trying to keep a museum piece, don't put stuff on it. Just put it on the wall or in a case or whatever and let it be a museum piece collector's item. But if you have your mandolin to play it, you need to let go of keeping it perfect. If you're playing it a lot and playing it out, you are going to end up marking the finish somewhere. So something for you to consider. The great thing about these is I've found that they've been really friendly to my finish on my mandolins. Both of my mandolins are lacquer finishes, by the way, so they're going to be a little more resilient that way, although they are prone to getting kind of cloudy looking just from wear and age and a little bit of good old festival sweat. All right, let's open this box now. We've got some tape on the back to get through, so open my little case knife. Always like about Ace hardware stores and places like that, you have these little cases of case knives. I assume it's still that way. I haven't been into an Ace in a long time. Love these things. So I'm just going to cut this open, Try not to destroy the box because it is a very nice looking box. Here we go. I mentioned this is the Black Maple Custom, and there's some instructions in here. This is the first opening of it, so I don't actually know what any of this says. You're seeing it before I am. I got a sticker, Banjolit sticker. Okay, I'm gonna close this knife before I cut a finger off, and let's take a closer look. Okay, taking it out of the box here. It's very securely packaged. Love that. Don't want to buy a nice premium armrest like this and have it show up in bad shape. And this thing is flawless. Love how it looks. I love the feel. I really need an armrest to be smooth feeling so that my arm can slide back and forth, whether I'm in something with a sleeve or in short sleeves. I need my arm to slide back and forth. I'm just going to get myself out of frame for a second. Oh, it's actually showing up pretty well. Okay, I'm going to stay in frame. Now I just look really weird. Check out that figure and that finish. This is really cool. This is going to look great on my mandolin. I may try it on the F5 as well and see between the two armrests I have which one looks better. So you can see the cork here. And nice big pieces of cork. I think that's going to do a great job keeping my mandolin from scarring. And we have a wrench that it came with to do the work for you. My camera's not wanting to focus on it. It might in a second. So a great thing about this is it does not install with the paper clip size. This is a little bit bigger. I always worry with things that install with a paper clip, like your standard carpenter jack you would see for a pickup, things like that, that it's really easy to scratch your instrument because that paper clip will slip through. It's got a really small and sharp end and it'll just put scratches right on it. This tool is cool. Looks like they haven't changed the tool since the last one. You can get this dang thing out. There we go. There's something cool about it is that it doesn't stick through all that far. You get it into that hole there, and it only sticks through to the end of the post. My camera really doesn't want to focus. It's set on product view too, so maybe a little room for improvement for Sony. So can't see it that well, but it doesn't stick through, so you're not going to scratch your mandolin with this thing. All right, let's see what else is in here. We've got the two brackets for it, and that's it. So let's look at the instructions now. I'm not going to do a super close-up for the install because my tripod just doesn't really go to the right place, but I will show you what these pieces look like and then show you once I put it on there. It's a really simple installation. And you can see these instructions here. You might want to pause the video here if you're learning how to install this. And if that doesn't show clearly, I will just put a still image over this. So our step one is we're going to attach the barrels to the screws on the armrest and turn it as far as it will go. Now this is simple, even a caveman could do it. We're just going to take these barrels, I'm going to put them on the end there, and just remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. It's a good life skill there. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. We're just going to put those on like that, totally by hand. I really like the look of these barrels. I like my other one too. I think my other one might have a gold color. Hang on, let's check. Yeah, so my other one has a gold color. This is on my Pava A5 Wonderbat. You can see that the design has stayed the same for this general design. Both of them look great, and they're going to function the exact same way. So it says turn those barrels on as far as they will go. So I'm just turning them on there. As far as they'll go. It's not super far. I can tell you with anything like this, whether it's an armrest or not, don't crank way down on it. You're probably going to break something, and it's not going to help because you're going to need to be able to turn these barrels when you adjust things. So barrels are turned all the way in. Looks like that. So now it says to hold the bottom of the hardware like this. So I'm holding the top and the bottom, this little foot right here, holding it still. We're going to loosen those barrels equally. So what that's doing is it's causing the threads to appear on each side of the barrel. This barrel is made where there's a threaded screw on this end and another threaded screw on this end. So when you turn it, it's actually going to expose or hide threads on both sides. It's a really cool design. It messes with my head a little bit too. It's pretty crazy. So we're just going to turn those out. About the same amount on both sides is the goal, and just be looking for how wide does it need to be to fit onto your mandolin. Not all mandolins are the same thickness. So there we go. This is a pretty good guess. I think I'm ready to try putting it on the mandolin. So now we're ready to put it on the mandolin. So we need these little feet there to be in this direction. Those feet are going to wrap around and grip the mandolin. So you don't want the cork out away from the mandolin. Instead, you need that cork turned in that direction toward the mandolin. So I'm going to put it on here. I like my armrest to go all the way up to the tailpiece, or at least really close. It doesn't have to be touching for it to work for me, but I want it to be really close. So I'm just going to put this on like that. I do have my tone guard on. I leave them on all the time. I think tone guards are awesome. I don't have any videos about tone guards, but I'm pretty sure David Benedict does. So I'd check that out. So I've got this here. It's going to look real nice. I've got the feet right there, and they're a little bit loose right now. They're not in place, and that's just because I have this set really loose. So what we're going to do now is use that wrench. Now, I've used this kind of thing before, and sometimes I like to just tighten it by hand a little bit. I'm going to do that. I'm just grabbing onto it like this. Just going to tighten it by hand. There we go. So I find that a little easier. Just got me a little closer to where I want to be. Now I don't have to turn the wrench so many times. So I've got my position here. This is a little too far. I've left it loose so I can adjust it a little bit. So I'm going to bring it over to here. And I think this is going to be a good spot for it. Maybe a tiny bit farther. I'm going to start there. I think that's going to be a good place for it to be. So now I'm putting this wrench into the holes. You're going to see these little holes in the barrels. I'm going to put the wrench into the hole. And going to have to hold that armrest still. So this part you won't be able to see very well because I've got to hold it still and see it at the same time. And I'm just going to tighten it up. And it is going to be, again, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So turn it to the right, left to right to tighten these up. Make sure you've got a finger on the bottom of the barrel here on that foot, or else you're not going to probably be able to tighten this up. Don't tighten all the way down on one side and then do the other. This is a general rule anytime you're doing hardware on pretty much anything. You don't want to tighten it all down at the same time. Thanks to Motorcycle School and dear old dad for teaching me that. I'm just going to turn this one as well. I'm holding it still. I'm just turning it till it tightens up. I'm going to do the rest of this off camera because it's going to be a lot easier if I just sit down with this thing. So now I've got it snug. It's not going to move around easily. It's not completely tight yet. I've tightened it up a little bit on each side until it is snug. And now I'm going to just test it out a little bit to see if I'm ready to put the last little tighten on it. This side is pretty snug, but I got it to move. And I would prefer it not move. You'll have to decide where that limit is for you. I don't mind it being on there pretty tight, even if it's tighter than would be recommended, just because I have a good idea what my mandolin can handle and I know what my tolerance is for if I accidentally put some kind of a mark from over tightening it. But just be careful, be really careful. It's much better for it to fall off than for you to end up messing up your mandolin. So pretty snug here. It's a little looser on this end. So I'm going to bring this end a little tighter to make it match. And now they are at the same tightness. So then I can determine, do I want to tighten it any more? And if I do that, I'm just going to do a little bit of a turn here, a little bit of a turn here, until it's where I want it. So for now, I think it's not going to move. I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it the loosest that it can be without moving around on me. And it is installed. It looks great. And I'm glad to see that there are not radical changes in the design, because this is the 2025 version, and I think there is something about the way they're approaching it, but clearly they kept the good, same amazing function for that armrest, so I'm really excited about that. I do think I'm going to try this on the F model, though, because I think some of the coloring in the other armrest might actually match this mandolin better, and the coloring in this could match that. I don't know. I'm going to end up switching back and forth a little bit to see what I like. Of course, my arm's going to be covering it most of the time. So that's the installation. It's a really good product, and I recommend you get one if you want a really great armrest. You have to decide for yourself whether you think an armrest is a useful thing. If you're not sure, you can always sign up for a private lesson with me and I will help you figure out what you need to be doing when it comes to anything to do with your gear. So come see me at a music camp. I'm teaching Fiddle Hell this fall 2025, November 2025. And you can come and see this in person there if you would like to. And of course, in my online workshops and stuff, you're going to be seeing these armrests as well. And if you are at the live workshops online or in person, you can ask me questions about it live. So that's a good reason to sign up for some of those. All right. Reach out if you have questions, everybody. You can ask down in the comments. And if you liked this video and you think I should get sent some money for this, well, I've not asked Banjolit to do that. We do not have a business deal going on. I'm just checking out this armrest and using it because I love it. But you can find my Venmo down below if you want to support the channel, support more videos like this. It is encouraging when even a tiny little donation comes in. So check that out. Make sure to like and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. And don't be a stranger. Reach out. I want to hear from you. All right, go get yourself an armrest.